Good morning, everybody. Welcome. This is Jimmy Dodd Jr., and I'm very pleased this morning to have with us the head volleyball coach of the Paragould Lady Rams, Reed Fogleman. And it's hard to believe, but volleyball season is here. We're into week 2, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit. But first of all, welcome. And I want to give you an opportunity to talk about your squad this year and talk about some of the girls and who we've got returning from last year.
Okay. We are returning most of our starters last year. We lost 2 seniors that started for us. So all of my girls this year have experience from last year. So hopefully that will help us in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1 sophomore starting for us right now, Dixie Williams, who started her junior high career 8th and 9th grade. So she's got playing experience, but this is her first varsity experience here. We've got a couple of seniors playing. Kamari Brown and Jillian Glasgow are going to anchor us, have 3 years of varsity experience as well. So then my big junior class, Michaela Lambert, Kayla Massey, Kylie Williams, Shakira Brown, and Lauren Stanley are Shakira and Lauren are my setters, returning setters from last year. So we've got some chemistry of them all playing together last year, so hopefully it'll pay off for us down the road.
Talk a little bit about the first 2 weeks of the season, because I know that we played Jonesboro, we played Cabot. We'll get into the Batesville game last night just a little bit, but we played some really solid competition so far this year.
We have. It's been, we played a lot the first 2 weeks. We kind of preload our first 2 weeks of season, non-conference. We went to Baptist Prep in Little Rock last Tuesday. It's a late game for us coming home. They're very solid. I expect them to be in their state finals for 3A this year. And then at Jonesboro, we played all day Saturday at Little Rock, played Cabot on Monday, and then opened up a conference. So good competition early. I told them last night in the locker room, we want to play good competition early so it can show us things we need to work on and make us better throughout the season. So it's been a little bit of a slow start for us, but I think it'll pay off for us in the long run.
What have you learned about the girls the first couple of weeks? I know last night we played a 5-set match against Batesville, and it could have gone either way. It was a really fun match to watch just from a visitor standpoint, obviously, but it was a real scrap. And what have you learned about the team from the first 2 weeks against this good competition?
We're competitive. They wouldn't play if they weren't competitive, but they're resilient. Their legs are tired right now. It's hot still. So we're figuring out some chemistry. We're figuring out some lineups. We've played with several different lineups, and we've got one right now we've got good chemistry with. So they're just going to keep working hard. They're competitors. They don't like to lose. Nobody does.
Right.
They play sports, obviously, but they're hungry. And that's what I saw in the locker room last night after the loss. They were frustrated, upset, obviously, but it's going to fuel our fire. So.
Well, and the season's kind of a grind, and I think the first 2 weeks has been a grind, the way you guys have set the schedule up because of the competition, the number of matches that we played.
Right. It
looked like that like last night it was really warm. It was more like hot in the gym last night. We had several stoppages because of perspiration on the floor. And it looked like the legs were gone a little bit in the 4th and 5th set for both teams.
Yeah.
Is there anything after the first couple of weeks that you really want to focus on in practice? You've got a little time to regroup now and to get ready for the rest of the conference season.
So over the first couple of weeks, our serve, receive, and defense have struggled. And last night, they looked the best that they've looked out of the first 2 weeks. So we've seen that gradual improvement as we kind of settle in. So we'll hit home on some defense stuff today at practice, work some hitter, setter chemistry, and get ready to go to Searcy tomorrow.
Talk a little bit about the conference this year. Obviously, the goal is the state tournament.
Right.
What does the league look like this year?
We're all pretty even, honestly. I think most game nights are going to be like last night. They're going to be hard fought 4- and 5-set games. Whoever can limit their mistakes. There are a few programs rebuilding from big senior classes they've lost. We've got Valley View back in our conference this year and lost Jonesboro. So it's just going to be a battle of will and who can limit their mistakes the most.
There's one thing I saw last night, and this is a really good message for the students. Students can impact the game.
Big time.
And last night we had a group of students that showed up that really gave our kids some energy, especially when they got tired a little bit in that 4th and 5th set. So to all of our students, get out there and support these girls because they can influence the match.
Volleyball is all about energy. It's a roller coaster of energy, and that's one thing that we're trying to focus on as a team is maintaining our energy level. It's all about energy. A game can flip within a couple points because of energy. So student section is very important. Hopefully we'll have our volley band back for a couple games this year.
Yep.
Teams hate when the volley band is there.
Yep.
It's great for us though.
Yep.
It's a great atmosphere. So absolutely, we would love for them.
Well, thanks to Reed, the volleyball season's here. The school has started. It's a fun team to watch. And again, we're just getting underway, and the goal is the state tournament.
That's right.
So we've still got an awful lot to work for. So hopefully everybody can come out and support the girls, and looking forward to a great rest of the year. So Reed, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and go Rams.